recognition, whereupon the New York Times, for all of us who signed that petition, said, okay, well then you won't write for us anymore. And I guess my own personal feeling about that is, if you write it, you want it out there. I think that property rights are going to be as difficult to hang on to as secrecy, and I'm not sure that's a bad thing. I don't know, but that's kind of where I wind up. I mean, I want my words out there. As long as you spell my name right, you can have it. But there's a lot of feeling about it, which is who owns what. I don't know. And in this new world of, everything out there, everything is out there. It's a game changer. Which is, we had lots of different groups to publish some of the secrets that we were getting during the 1970s and 80s. Covert Action Information Bulletin, the Institute for Media Analysis. We had several publications, FOIA Inc. We had a newsletter. All of this is probably on the web somewhere. But now, everything's on the web. And what's a secret is an increasingly, in my opinion, mysterious thing. But that you could get indicted for espionage for talking about it is sort of unbelievable, in my opinion. Maybe you disagree. I'd love to know what you think.
All right, we'd like to wind up in about 5 minutes, so we've got time for 1 or 2 more questions.
Hi, by the way, I was the panelist to
yeah,
thanks.
Thank you very much. Very provocative.
Assange-Ellsberg comparison. Anyway, I was kind of wondering what your opinion was on, most of the antipathy directed towards Assange is that, a lot of these documents were unredacted. He gave full files, unredacted files, to Israel Shamir, who then disappeared into Belarus, presumably to give the leadership there information about what their own citizens were doing. But more to the point, I was wondering what your opinion on was of not only the unredacted names, but a lot of our biometric and personal information is on the web as well. I mean, personally, I'm inclined to say leak away, but there's a kind of gray area there where we don't want personal information to get out into other people's hands and possibly get targeted. So I was wondering what your opinion on that would be.
Well, I absolutely agree with you. I didn't know that he had not redacted. He said he did take out names, and I believed him. I didn't know that he didn't. So that's important to know.
There was the whole bit about sorry, when the editors of the Guardian released their book on WikiLeaks this past year in 2011, actually one of their chapter titles was the confidential password to open up a lot of these files online. So as soon as this book came out, people could go and plug this password in and get all of the files just online. And then the Shamir thing as well, just kind of handing all the documents to Shamir as well.
Well, I think that's disgusting, in my opinion. I mean, I didn't know that, and that's really terrible. One of the 6 indicted on the espionage case was a CIA officer who blew the whistle on the order to go into various embassies and get everybody's DNA, and he's one of the people indicted for blowing a whistle on that operation, which he thought was outrageous. And of course, I agree, it is appalling and abhorrent. And that's, but your question about what about the mainstream press, how many of you have even seen the 6 cases of folks who have been indicted in the mainstream press? Not many, because it hasn't really been in any important way in the mainstream press. And what they are accused of doing, 3 of the 6, including one Hebrew translator for the FBI, an Israeli American. 3 of the 6 were indicted under the Espionage Act in the Obama administration for worrying that Israel was agitating for first strike against Iran. That's 3. It's really what is going on here. And the mainstream press has not dealt, in my opinion, sufficiently with what is going on here.